Hello everyone, my name is Tisra, and this is Rome 2. Welcome back to my Suebi campaign. So, I sense a battle coming on here, and I would like to engage in that, hadn't it been for the fact that I was hindered in the previous turn. So, I'm just gonna end this turn and see if they go ahead and attack me. Which they really shouldn't, because they have really crappy units. But I'm not gonna say no to the opportunity to absolutely slaughter their units. So, end the turn after we finish what we should have done before I actually started recording this. Let's see. Yes, he leveled up. There we go. Now we can end the turn. Also, I feel like I'm almost stating the obvious here, but I'm still ill. And that was actually the main reason for me not uploading yesterday. Because yesterday I could barely go a minute or two without coughing. But today I'm better in that regard. I am still coughing a little bit, but at least I'm actually stringing sentences together without having to cough every other word. Anyway, do you want a peace agreement? Do you want a trade agreement with these guys? Yes, we do. They also want to pay me, so that is a win-win in my book. Of course, it might piss off any of our other neighbors, which are not fans with the Gete.
And you doubtless have much that we would find desirable.
Well,
so are we to have trade?
I am importing a bunch of stuff, so yes, I guess I have goods you find desirable. Actually, what am I exporting here? I'm exporting timber, glassware, leather, and lead, and all that I'm importing is iron and wine. What can you boast with? I guess nothing. Oh well then. Why not? I always like to have trade going. Okay. The enemy is trying to do something with me. Also, it seems like this army is being hindered again. And it seems like its provisions are poisoned or something. Well, yes. So, presumably it's those guys? Let's see. The Rolling Menhirs. That's not those guys. Anyway, defeat a certain army in battle. Oh yeah, it's those guys. Well, I see why. It shouldn't be too tricky to pull off. Actually, we should probably move these guys nonetheless. Just so we can actually move these guys out and still keep a garrison, which can provide a bit of repression. That's the word I was looking for. Anyway, let's also take every agent we have and throw them at the enemy, because we need this to happen. Fail to assassinate the targets. Yeah, I have absolutely crappy chances of doing anything. And that wounded my agent. Lovely. Yeah, and I also think they have a spy, seeing that they are... Well, I know they have a spy, seeing that they are able to do multiple actions against me in the same turn. So yes, wounded. And now we have a small problem. I am weakened here, and I can't move away because I was hindered, and that means that I can't stop a fight if they decide to attack me simultaneously, and these guys won't be able to actually they won't be able to reinforce me, so that's lovely. And yeah, those guys doesn't matter at all. Also, I did not get that big an income boost to actually for actually starting trade with those guys. Anyway, this is definitely a province that needs bread and games. It's not that stable without a proper repressioning force. Also, I have another repressioning force over here. Yeah, they are still doing their thing and need to be doing so for a little while longer. So I'll let them stay there. Anyway, not that much I can do this turn. Maybe a bit of recruitment. We might have to do that actually, raise another army. And yeah, we might have to do that, because if this army gets annihilated, I don't know if I don't know if this army will be enough to take care of them.
Bound by treaty, our lands would be
Sure. I know I said no to that beforehand. I'm just gonna say yes. Oh, come on. Seriously. Could you please F off? There you go. And apparently their troops are so crappy that I'm actually favored in this battle. Wow. That was not expected at all. Even after 2 rounds of poisoning and these guys being pretty much left alive, I harassed them 1 time with my hero. But that was this single unit, and it has replenished a lot, and still I'm considered to be favored. Anyway, I'll gladly take this. Yeah, the reason why I'm favored is probably due to the fact that most of these guys are just pure levy infantry. So they're not really posing that much of a threat. Nonetheless, it's still good to kill as many of them as possible, and I am welcoming a victory, no matter what the victory ensues. I don't think that was the right word for what I was actually trying to say, but never mind. So, we have chosen swordsmen. Well, not chosen, but swordsmasters, and they have pretty awesome stats. That must be said. Oh yeah, lovely. Bonus versus infantry, 2. Well, I guess that's better than no bonus versus infantry. Yeah, these have absolutely no bonus. But yeah, we can do it pretty well and simple. If I do it like this, some of the lines will be very thin. I don't know if I like that. Oh well, I guess we'll have to play with the cards we're dealt. Actually, speaking of doing that, right now my army favors an engagement in open terrain, at least if you take the ballistas into account. So that's what I'm gonna do. And not place the ballistas like next to a hill, protected by a forest. That seems like a bad idea. And yeah, let my general's cavalry be ready to do pretty much anything that is needed of it. And also let's push these guys slightly bit more to the right there.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Good to hear. They should be coming from back here. I can't see them, but they should be back here. Nice. Also, oh yeah, they have quite a lot of abilities. I hadn't realized that. Also, that was what I was going to say. New in the beta, or maybe the changes are already implemented. But anyway, these units now have fire at will. Finally. Finally, like in the original Rome game, where for example, the Roman unit could throw the pila just by clicking fire at will. That's pretty awesome. And now we have it as well. A year late, but still, I guess it's better late than never. So, will these guys actually be able to fire? With the number of men they have? I think so. I think they like barely have enough. Seems like so anyway. And yeah, they are this badly hurt, and they still have 4 ballista to be operated. There we go. Turn the army a bit.
Our horses love ballista.
And shouldn't you be in range? Oh, that's actually... that's closer than I thought it would. Be. And, yeah, these guys should have run a long time ago. And there they go, towards my lines. How wise that is, I don't know. Not very, I'm thinking. Yeah, what are you doing? You should be running this way. Hush! Shoo! That way. Oh, they just seems to be confused right now. Anyway. Range. Looking good. Yeah, they should be hit by solid rocks pretty soon. Also, slingers. Oh yeah, I forgot. This army is the one who actually has slingers. I was going to say something like I can just stand there and take it. But I don't actually have to take it. I can actually respond with my own slingers. So that's nice. Also, look at this. Is this just purely the damage done in this battle? That's very devastating. Yeah, it must be, because all of them... I seem to remember that all of them were actually perfectly healthy. Like, fully replenished when the battle began. Also, I haven't really used the shield wall. Oh, and that was not what I was trying to do. Okay, that makes it more compact, but that makes it way more compact than I would like it to be. Also, are you actually slinging anything? Finally.
We will pierce their hearts.
And the Celtic slingers are already wavering. The Germanic slingers, on the other hand, they are stronger. And they endure. Anyway, I will be, of course, retreating them like this. And now all the units have to face with units that are way better than them. And there goes the spears I was talking about. Not the Pila, but you know what I mean. The fire at will spears. So yeah, this seems to not be going that well for those guys. Let's see, what does this do? Melee attack and morale. And it's... this one goes to charge damage and weapon damage. Well, I guess I could give... well, not all of them, that would be... that would not be wise. But some of them I could give the headhunt buff. These guys, those guys... Of course it sacrifices a bit of defense, but I guess it has to be. Also, Ballista, you have almost used all the ammo. Great! That's lovely. I always like to see that.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
And yeah, we can start to actually use our cavalry. and the Germanic scout raiders are being pelted by my slingers. Not the most effective units, but it's still doing damage. You can see right there. Oh, what did you... You didn't actually manage to get behind your own lines, and you didn't take that bad damage. That was actually slightly impressive. Anyway, you can stop directly targeting him and just go ahead and fire at will. Poor Will, by the way. He always get shot at or thrown stuff at. Poor guy. Spear warriors. Well, at least it's not levy, and I am not charging at all. And when I do, it's from as short a distance as possible into spear nobles. So clearly, I'm an expert cavalryman, and I know how to preserve my good cavalry units.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yeah, I need to have you go for them. And the ballista are out of ammo. Yes. Well, I'm actually fine with that. As long as you actually use your ammo. It doesn't matter that they are no longer active in the fight. For me, that is. Anyway, frenzy and headhunting. That should cut down a few of them. And they're up against swords, so good luck with that.
The enemy general is dead.
Yeah, this is doing a lot of damage. And yeah, I guess I can charge now, seeing that I'm actually charging Levy Freeman instead of Spear Nobles. Well, it's a good mix, I guess. But it's also a proper charge. It's not only like, oh yeah, let's charge that unit which is 2 feet away. That seems like a good idea, right? Anyway, frenzy charge, war cry on those guys, and yeah, seems about right. They are wavering, broken, and broken. Nice. Completely smashed. Yeah, if there's any shortcomings in this army, which of course there is, there are shortcomings in every army, but this one's shortcoming is definitely the fact that I lack cavalry. But I guess you can't have everything when the size of the army is limited. Actually go for those guys, you can go for them. You can try to be active in that fight and see if you have enough time to be so. And yeah, I definitely have to try to grab as many kills as possible in this. Unless I would be doing my chances a disservice at this point. My chances of beating these guys on the campaign map. Well, I really don't have any doubts that I will be the one winning this war. But still, you know what I mean. So many close to healthy units routing and not being done that much damage to. Doesn't seem to be that good an idea to just leave them alone like that. Instead, leave them like 6 left, so there's a bigger chance that they will actually, let's see, just give them that for fancies, that they will actually return. Go for a bit of frenzied charge, or not. They are down to 14, so go out after the 77 instead. Oh yeah, I can't see routing units here. Yeah, that's a slight problem I have. Like I can see the reason for not wanting to show shattered units on the battle map, but at least show them. But it could have shown them with just a different color, like have them completely transparent or something. They might be doing that for like routing units, but at least do something that shows them, because when you don't have a minimap and all you have is this, it's quite tricky if you want to chase down your enemies and slaughter as many of them as possible on the battlefield. But we have done such, the mentioned thing, so we can go back to the campaign map. And the ballista once again did damage, but cavalry did indeed mop up a lot of kills. Something that also did a lot of kills, did a lot of killing, that is, was our noble swordsman. They had, let's see, 378. I saw some other high numbers, but I guess that is one of the higher ones. 309, 259. Yeah, that might be the highest one. 378. That's quite impressive, actually. And of course, noble riders 671. Let's kill them. Yeah, I have, as I said previously, I'm really scorched by what the slave uprisings have done to me in the past. So I don't really use that anymore, at all. Anyway, we have researched a technology.
Thirsty for battle.
Just gonna upgrade my general first. Just give him like a little bit of everything so he gains more gravitas. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Anyway, I guess I can have them on double time, because what is really the risk here if I get ambushed by those guys? Anyway,
Call this a garrison?
and we should be able to reach that city and garrisoning it on the next turn.
Ready for battle.
But yeah, I was going to do something with technology, weren't I? Yes, I was. So, well, edict issued. Yeah, of course, I changed the edict in this province right here. But we gain a new technology, which allows us to further upgrade our farms. But of course, that will increase the squalor. Public order debuff. I found out what squalor means, by the way. It means filth, basically. And that was interesting, because upgrading buildings and basically keeping, well, increasing the prosperity of the cities, that makes it filthier. I can't see that logic, but I guess it's a decent way to balance the food versus the public order, but still find it kind of weird. I don't like it at all, because of the pain in the backside it can be at times. Anyway, this province has enough public order to where it should be able to handle a lynchette. And, by the way, is that the highest? I think it is. Nice. Good. Also, it gives me 60 plus to wealth from farming in this province. And it gives me 14 food, so I'll have a lot of food to play around with. Not in that way. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at other provinces. These guys, definitely not. They are probably the rowdiest province I have. These guys, I don't think so. They still struggle a bit with... is it all down to culture? Well, it's not all down to culture, but it is mostly down to culture. Yes, I guess it is, and it's a lot due to taxes, which makes sense. Okay, so quick math here. If the cultural differences go away, that will of course give me +8, and if I increase that squalor by 6, that would give me +2 again. So actually this should be fine, provided that this pushes the culture in the favored direction quickly enough. Which we can take a look at here. Well, it's really, really slow, but I guess we'll manage. We'll do that because why not? And if I'm not entirely mistaken, it should promote growth of provinces. So that's a good thing, in my book at least. Magna Germania, you are still... Well, are you still unstable? Like, provincial instability. You're not. You're not at all, actually. A lot of unhappiness due to squalor. So I guess we'll have to use, once again, the undeveloped land to build a shrine and take it from there. Which is annoying, but I guess it has to be that way. No, we don't want to do that. I'd rather wait and see how happy I can make them before I go ahead and do that right away. Also, this is the province who has the bread and edict food, so they're already receiving a happiness bonus, which is not always gonna be there. Anyway, I can actually move now.
For the all-highest. Oh, Father, be praised. Excitement.
Am I blocked by that unit? No, I'm definitely not. That's good.
Come, sit, share my
Actually, do I need to commit 2 full armies? I don't think I need that, actually. I think I could send the other one over to what will be the capital when I conquer this. Well, if I conquer that, but I'm likely to conquer that. Another question is, do you want to stay behind and replenish this? Actually, I don't think we have to. I think we'll just do like that and merge them. And that actually took a lot of slingers to merge them, which I didn't really want to do. But nevertheless, we can go ahead and hire some mercenaries, which is what I want to do. So yeah, this is missile cavalry. Not the best, not really what I want, but I guess it's cavalry nonetheless. And it is of course questionable how effective that will be in
We cannot do that.
an assault on the city. Anyway, that can be auto assault very easily. And there we have it.
Nothing else.
Nice. I love when my army upgrades like that. Let's see. Weapon damage or and melee attack skill versus -2 recruitment costs, +2 weapon damage, and +2 morale for all units during battles in foreign territory. So conquerors, basically. I think I'll go for that. Unless I have some fantastic skill that I have yet to go for. Morale for all units, -2 upkeep. I kinda have that already. Melee attack skill for cavalry. Looting, something I never do. +6 to charge bonus, +2 morale. +2 morale during ambush and during night battles. I can construct medium siege engines. That might be useful. But not that useful. I think I'll go for this. And rather go for the siege engines at a later point. And yeah, this is completely undefended. So I think it was the right move to send these guys up here. And actually, I think I'll try to risk a turn with double speed, or double time, I guess is the correct thing. And finally, let's send the spy up and once again try to kill her off. Well, actually to bribe her, I guess. Well, at least she was hindered, so we can't poison my provisions or anything. Well, she is of course not the one who's doing that, but I know what I mean. She can't sabotage me. That's the point. Do you want to build another army which can just garrison thing, this thing, and keep it under control. I don't think we want that. Also, culture. That was not the correct tab. There's a correct tab. It's going up, and it's going up very, very slowly. Oh well then. Yeah, I'm basically waiting until I can exchange this building for this building. That'll be glorious. And then I can finally stop worrying about... Well, I'll still worry about it, but I shouldn't be worrying about the public order in this province. Anyway, the turn can be ended. And I got an achievement. What was that achievement for? Kill 5,000 men in battle with siege artillery during the course of a campaign game. So, a campaign game. So, it's a single campaign. That's nice. And I always want more trade routes. I have never seen a trade route which is actually going to be negative income for me. I have yet to see that, and I don't know if that actually exists in the game at all. Anyway,
speak words of strength.
They want
Reply
peace.
then, with a strength that welcomes peace.
Unfortunately, I don't have any way of actually making them my subjects, which kind of sucks for them, because that means I have to go ahead and just brutally conquest them. And I can't demand the surrender either. Well, too bad for you. And there we have it. So I now have Germania Minor completely under my control. And I will, in the next part, begin to move into Belgia. Move into Belgium. It's much simpler to say it like that. And yeah, that'll be fun, and I hope you'll join me then. So, thank you guys for watching this part. Hopefully in the next part I will actually be better than I am now. Yeah, I'm definitely getting better, so that's a positive at least. And pretty much everything that's wrong with me right now is just a very, very stuffed nose. Anyway, as I said, I hope I'll see you then. Thank you guys for watching this part, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.